Alright, hey, what's up guys? Crazy Asian Airsoft here. I don't normally make like videos like this, but I'm not going to be able to play Airsoft as much here in the coming months because I started school and I have work, and this will be my senior year of high school, so like I won't be able to play as much. But one cool thing I did get, my old tracer, the Acetech lighter, that one finally gave up the ghost, so it just won't charge now, which is fine. It served me well. It's almost 3 years old, so I went ahead and bought a new one off of ampedairsoft.com, and I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. Pretty nice package here. I'm gonna skip all the bullcrap that y'all are probably used to in airsoft unboxing videos, so let's just go ahead and cut it open and see what we got. Got some packaging there, and then we got, let's get this out of here. Then we got the package here. This is Acetech lighter BT. BT, for those of you that don't know, stands for Bluetooth. It's compatible with your Android and iOS device via Bluetooth, and you can control this tracer. From what I hear, acts as a chrono, and I'll be going over some of that as well. You use the Ace app on your mobile device. You can control your tracer, and this tracer was built specifically to do well with lighting up both green and red BBs. So again, we'll get into that too. We'll do a shooting test. Let's go ahead and open up the box. Got some instructions. Got some instructions there. Let's see. We got an 11mm thread adapter for the tracer, and I'll install that later to show you all how that works. This is for your high kappa or other pistol that have threaded barrels, threaded outer barrels, and this is so you can screw it right onto there without needing an extra adapter. This just comes in the box for you. Here we have a secondary end cap, it looks like, because I know you can lose those pretty easily, and sometimes they break because they're made of just polymer and they're not metal, so sometimes those can go off, so it's nice that they include one of those in there for you. Looks here like we got a little charging cord. Everyone has a bunch of these, so I mean, I'll just keep that as in the packaging because I already have a bunch. I usually charge my tracers at the field with me with my external battery here. So I'll just keep that aside. Getting onto the actual tracer, let's get this thing open. So, looks pretty nice. It's a nice solid construction. Feels just a little bit heavier than the regular lighter, which I've had for a while, and that one was a great tracer. It worked really well. Never died on me. It did, actually, that's not true. It did once, but it wasn't a big deal because we were at the last round of the game, last round of the day, and it wasn't a big deal that it died because I was about to go home. But here, it's nice metal construction. We've got some silver accents here. There's your power button and your little light next to it, that tiny little hole. I don't know if y'all can see that. Got the trademarks here, made in Taiwan by Acetech, lighter Bluetooth. So like I said, here's the end cap, and you unscrew this because inside here is the charging port. You use that cord, you plug it into your wall adapter or to your mobile battery like I have. You plug it right in there. Again, I don't know if y'all can see that one, just my light low. So you got the charging port in there. You just leave it there. From what I hear, from what it says on the box, it says your charging time is going to be around 2 hours, depending on how low your battery level is when you plug it in. But yeah, around 2 hours is not too bad. That's about what my old one was, and that tracer's old. So this new one's actually pretty good. Another thing, it says it comes with a 14mm negative thread on here, and that fits most rifles. Like, not maybe, I don't know, some GMPs are positive or something like that, but in general, this is gonna fit your rifle out of the box. So that's really handy. You can just bring it out, charge it up, fill your mags with some BBs, tracer BBs of course, and go to town. So let's unscrew this, and I'll show you all how to change the adapter. So you unscrew that little ring, that comes off. Make sure you don't lose that. You pull off the 14mm negative thread. And set that to the side. And we're going to open up our 11mm thread. And it's basically the same cap, just different thread size. So it's super handy if you have a high cap with a threaded outer barrel already. So it fits over the power button, fits on there nice and snug. You screw the ring back in, nice and snug. That ain't going anywhere. So now it's ready to screw into your pistol threads, and it'll stay on there nice and tight, especially if you've got a good barrel set up. Alright guys, so moving on, we are going to take a look at the Ace Soft app and how to control this tracer using your phone. So what I'm going to do is oh crap. Okay, sorry about that, forgot to put my passcode in, and I've got gloves on so I can grip everything better. So you're going to come over to the Ace Soft app. Actually, first you're going to turn on your tracer. So a little power button right here, press that once. The little light will power on, and it will start blinking, letting you know that it is on and ready. I'm going to show you, go to the Ace Soft app. It will say connect to your Acetech device, and it will show up. Boom, there it is. You click on that. Now you are connected to your Acetech Lighter BT tracer. So I have not put this on my rifle yet and chronoed it and tested out all the functions yet, but from what I can tell so far, you can change things like your ammo settings. Right now I have it set for 0.2 gram, 0.23, 0.25s, 0.28s, 0.32s, and 0.36s. I've never used a BB heavier than a 0.36 in my rifle, and I'm going to be using this on my Polar Star, because right now I don't have my HBA set up for my pistol quite ready yet, but I just have these BB weights preset in here, and you can change each of these little presets. So if you wanted these to be 0.12, you could just enter in 0.12. I don't know why you would use 0.12s, because, you know, 0.12s are for beginner rifles, basically. But here, you could pretty much enter in whatever BB weight, as far as I know, and it will compensate and let you know the correct readings. So then we go to tracer function, and right here you can select between green or red. And from what I can tell, your tracer will light up both colors just fine, and you will not need to change the mode depending on what BBs you're using. It just helps. So if you're gonna do like I'm gonna start doing, where you put in a few red BBs at the end of your mags, that way it turns red right before you run out, so it's like a low mag indicator. If you do that, then you know you're about to run out of ammo. But I think you could keep that in the green. If green is 90% of what BBs you're using, then it'll be fine. But if you're going to use like only red, then you would want to go ahead and switch it to the red, because why not? And there's instructions on how to do this manually within the instructions right here. So let's keep it on green, because green looks cooler, let's be honest. Firmware update. I already have the latest firmware installed on this. If you click this, you can default back to your original settings. Don't want to do that, because I just went through all this. You can go back, and up here at the top, you have joules, pound feet, from what I can tell, if that's saying that right. Not quite sure. And then, I'll be honest, I have no idea what that does. But I do know what joules is. So I'll keep it on that. And that's really, joule creep is often something that happens with HBA guns, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that with my rifle. Right here, you can have number of BBs or time. You can have it timed, or you have your rounds per second or rounds per minute. You You can change either of those. You can change between those. I usually keep it on rounds per second because I'll want to know what it is. And I'm going to be testing that later. I'm going to do a rate of fire test. The instructions say that that the lighter BT will support up to 35 rounds per second, but my old lighter, it supported up to like 40 or 45 often. So I'm going to test and see how high we can get it before it starts to miss BBs a bunch and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. So right now, you have your BB presets here on the side. You just tap that, and there's all my presets that I previously showed you. So I'm just going to keep it on 0.25 because I think that's what I usually use. And right here, it'll show your maximum, minimum, and average FPS and RPS readings. Here, there's a save button. So if you wanted to save your readings from this session, you can enter in a name or a date for it and hit yes. And here, if you wanted to clear it all, and so that way it's ready and fresh for next time you want to use it, you can hit clear data. And here, you can look more specifically into which readings, and it'll show you more specific details on what your previous readings were. Also here, you can go to your records, and it'll show you your previous records. Right now I don't have any, but once you save records over and over, they will show up here, and you could look through those old ones. And this here, turn on speed measurement. The tracer function will be turned off. I am still working on what that means. I have not read through all the instructions yet, but I will be going through that. But in general, I don't think that's something you will have to mess with. So let's see here. Did I miss anything? Also here, you have your battery level up here in the top corner. That's always handy. You can tell how much battery your tracer has left, and that also, there are light indicators on the tracer to show you how much battery you have left. I don't think it's called battery, unless I'm mistaken. It's referred to as like electricity or some kind of crazy crap like that. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, medium green light indicates high electricity quantity. Orange light indicates medium electricity quantity. Red light indicates low electricity quantity. So when your tracer reaches low battery, it will stay in low for a little bit, and then it will turn itself off. In addition, the tracer will switch itself off after it has not been used for 40 minutes. So if you have your tracer on your gun and you haven't fired it for 40 minutes, it will turn itself off to conserve battery. So that's smart. You know, that way you don't come back later and you're out of juice. That would suck. I think that's the gist of it, from what I can tell. There are a few other things. I'm still exploring this. I just thought I'd make this video because I'm bored and I like making videos. I do it for fun. So I think that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll try and have some more videos out soon. Yeah, thanks for dealing with my low budget videos.